Rossall Point is on the Fife coast behind Fleetwood Golf Club. The bay that I fished had a little slip, seen here. I would certainly recommend fishing from here on a big high tide.
Well, you join me on Friday night. It's 8:30. I'm at Rossall Point targeting cod and only cod. Don't want anything else but cod tonight. I'm using bigger hooks than I would normally use. So I've got on, which I'll show you in a bit, a loop rig with 2.0 Manta extra on the bottom and a 3.0 Top Gun pennel on both of the snoots there on the loop rig, and then I've got a short up and over. Instead of being, when I go for rays, it's, I don't know, 4 foot long. This is about 1.5 foot. It's got a 3.0 Sakuma Manta on the bottom and a 3.0 Top Gun on the top for the pen on that one. That's got a squid and carp bomb, so I'm trying carp for the first time, stuffed in some squid, see how that goes. Never used it before. I know it's deadly on the northeast coast. I thought I'll give it a go here. Just got squid, frozen squid, frozen black and squid on the other ones. I've got no live worm. I wasn't able to get any tonight for that, so I've had to use frozen worms. So hopefully that will still do it. Like I said, the biggest cod of £5 in Chesil was caught on a sausage of 3 frozen black, so I'm sure they catch, but I would prefer and have more confidence if I had some fresh worm. So we'll see how it goes. High tide is at 10 to midnight, so probably give it another 20 minutes before I cast in. Got here early to make sure I got the location I wanted. I'm in the bay over to where I would normally fish after, because it's a large tide, and the warning I had last time when I lost my cod, it got swept away and I nearly got swept away. I've moved over to the bay that they were fishing, that has the like the jetty or the slipway, I should say, down to fish off at high tide, because it is a big tide today. I think the winds are about 15, 16, gusting into the 20s, South Westerly, so that's ideal wind for here. It's still quite mild. I've got a jacket hood up there I haven't got on yet. Maybe that's because it's a 15-minute walk from the car park to get here. So yeah, well, I'll give you an idea of where I'm fishing. So as you can see, that's like the slipway that I'll fish off when it comes to high tide. I said I would normally fish in the bay over there where my head's pointing. There seems to be somebody there at the moment, so I'm going to be fishing off here at high. There are quite a few headlights. Looks like people have been fishing low tide up. I wasn't able to make it here early enough. I've come straight from work. I couldn't make the low tide. These are the rigs I'm using. So this is the loop rig with squid and black wraps, with 2.0 hooks on the bottom, 2.0 Sakuma Manta and 3.0 Top Guns at the top, and that's my short up and over with squid stuffed with carp. Again, 3.0 hooks on top and bottom there. I'm using 5.0 SKM weights today. I'm not sure, I can't remember whether I need 6 or 5 ounces to hold bottom here, because it can be a bit of a tide ripping around the corner, but I'll see how it goes. So the reels I'm using tonight, I've got my Fathom 215s magged. Now I've got new line on this. I've got Ultracast in yellow, because the thing with fishing with the UK Invisible, which I think is the top line, as well as being very expensive, you can't see it at night because it's a clear line. So I've tried this yellow to see if it shows up better, and I'm fishing that with my Tip Tornado super matches. On this one here, I've got my Shimano Ultegra CI4 with braid, £20 braid. Oh yeah, the line on that is actually £16. So that's quite light what I would normally use 20, but it's so thin as the UK Invisible. £20 braid on there to a £65 shock leader. I've got a £80 braid shock leader on the multiplier. Again, I'm fishing on that one. Here's my Century Tip Tornado super matches. Bite section on them is very good, so I'll put one rod in now, so see how we go. Well, first cast fish, a decent sized whiting, 36 centimetres. So that's going to come home with me for the dog's dinner. Nice size. Yeah, quite a good bite on that new line, so I've christened that, but not the species I want. I want Mr. Cod. So good start. Not a blank anyway. Well, it's about 10 to 10. You know, I had a sniff since that whiting at the beginning. And somebody else has turned up in this bay, fishing across there, so there's half this the bay for me to fish in now. I'm not sure what the etiquette is that, but I'm not particularly happy. If he crosses my line, I won't be happy at all. I don't know where he's going to fish to, because the tide's going to come right up in the water. It's racing in at the moment. There's still another hour and a half to come, and I've already been pushed up against the slipway. I'll be going up it soon. So yeah, dead loss at the moment. Fishing hard, changing bait every 15-20 minutes. Swells. I've had to change from the loop rig to just a flapper, because that's just getting destroyed in the swell at the moment. So yeah, nothing to the squid and crab cart. Only the black lug and squid caught that whiting, so I'll come back if anything exciting happens. So it's 11:15, so now I'm 5 minutes left before high tide. Not so since that first cast first fish window. Spoke to the lad in the bay next to me. He's only had whiting, no cod. And that's the bay I would normally like to fish, but I'm glad I didn't, because it's going to be a big tide and there's some hell of swells you'll probably hear. So I'll keep it going, probably fish an hour down. Hopefully the cod turns up. The swell's so bad I forgot with braid how much it bounced about with the fixed board. So hopefully with it coming up higher I can start getting over the waves. So I'm going to reel these in now, put some fresh bait on. I just reel in every 15-20 minutes, change baits, cast out, just fish as hard as I can, hopefully pick up something. But as the lad in the bay next to me said, normally you would have had a cod by now, and I think one time I caught a cod last year in that bay, it was before now. So keep on trying. It's quite mild. I've got a big coat still, I haven't put that on yet, so it's not cold as I thought it was going to be. So keep you updated if anything happens. It's 11:20. Oh, it's a nightmare now. Weed is getting really bad on the casts. Oh, so tired. Half an hour having to put a new leader on and a new rig, because the lad decided to fish the same bay as me. We got tangled up. I had words. He said he needs to move because the swell is moving everything to our right. So he has moved now, thankfully. But that's half an hour. I had the rod out of the water and trying to put a new leader on and bait up again, so I wasn't particularly impressed by that. The lad that's fishing in the bay to my left, he's disappeared now. He's given up the weed, defeated him. He said he's going to go somewhere else. Along the top I can see quite a few lights on the right hand side, all fishing off the top there. So yeah, I'll say give it high tide, it carries on. If it's the weed is relentless, then I might pack up a half high tide. I'll see. I'm starting to prefer to fish low tide, I think, around here than high tide. So we'll come back if anything exciting happens. The idea of what of where I'm fishing. So you can see the slip here. To the top there. Normally I fish over there, but not to be. On a big tide like this, look at and on the waves, the wind, I would have been swept away without a doubt. Well, it's 20 past midnight, dead loss. So disappointed after that first cast. Fish, nice size whiting, which I've just filleted now, taken to the dog. Everything's going back in touch. Not even getting whiting, so bit of a dead loss. These are the last casts. I'm getting them to half past. They've been in for 10 minutes. Giving them another 10 minutes, and then I'm calling it quits. We've got an hour drive home. Disappointing. Like I said, quite a few cod have been coming out. Some nice size cod have been coming out around here. I thought with the weather, the wind, big tide, thought it was a good shot for a codling. It wasn't to be. So if I don't come back to you with anything on these casts, which I doubt it, thank you if you made it this far and for watching, and see you around.